Peace everyone, it's Black High Priestess. It's 11:11, so just encouraging everyone to make a wish um, and open the gates, open the doors. 11:11 is a gateway as well to open or close the doors to your wishes and aspirations. So all right, well, I'm just wishing for the same thing I've been wishing for a while. And like I said, it's good to be consistent so the universe knows and that it can bring you what you wish for. And sometimes it might even be something better than what you wish for. You might wish for something specific, but the universe may have that thing that you wish for, wrapped in a much better package, or with a lot more substance than maybe the person or the job or the circumstance or the amount, of whatever that you're wishing for. So always remember that sometimes you want what you think is in your best interest, but you may not have all the answers. So it's something I'm definitely learning. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out, what to make a video about, but they just said go ahead and go live. I'm really feeling as Julie Lasterin pretty strongly right now. I have a very romantic energy. It's Monday. It's a full moon Monday. I'm not gonna appease the issue today because I have blood. So I'm just really feeling that full moon vibe. I started my new year the way I wanted to, and I'm feeling new about things. I'm feeling fresh and motivated. I've been getting out the house a lot in this, below zero weather, and it is dangerously cold. But there's just something refreshing about the way I feel about life and myself and you know, uh, the way I'm thinking. It feels good, and I hope you all are off to a better start as well. So the Rose Bowl was amazing. Went out and saw my friend, and I met his lady, and she taught me all about football. She knew a lot about football, and so she taught me the rules and everything, and the game. I think it went into double or triple overtime. Ended up being a really exciting, um, eventful game, and I will be going back to Highline in River North. Told y'all I like Viagra Triangle. I will be going back next Monday to see the other game. So, and it had an arcade in there, free arcade games. I was just kind of in the mood for a burger. I was thinking about getting the tacos or this and that, but my body just said it was in the mood for a nice burger, and it was delicious. It was well made. It had a stylish city flair, but that good southern flavor. So, and it is a Georgia sports bar, which is kind of different. So, went out last night. I think I did an upload today with a bit of a hangover, but so I went out today again, and I had a great time. let a gentleman treat me to lunch. You know, I'm just trying to trust people, trying to open up a little bit. So I pulled the jokers fell out. Both of the jokers fell out before I started the upload. And I was just trying to figure out the message. And, you know, with this deck, Ogun fell out as well. And I think there's just going to be a lot of, I mentioned this in the last tarot reading on New Year's Eve, or the one before New Year's Eve, and I mentioned that there's going to be a lot in store, a lot of surprises this year, you know, a lot of unexpected things, you know, some good, some maybe less than pleasant, some maybe a little shocking, a little startling, and there may be some upheaval with some of these surprises coming up this year. Some, you know, things maybe with black people. You know, I saw the newest Black Panther trailer. I saw it months ago when I was looking on YouTube. I was wondering when they were actually going to release the movie. So apparently it is coming out. You know, so I think that there will be things like that. Us seeing more of the black presence in media that, you know, has been, you know, eliminated with intentionally. You know, I think that there might be some more opportunities for blacks, and, you know, in certain areas. I think we might be surprised at the way the world responds to Black Lives Matter, the concept of it. And I think there's going to be some shocking things as well. Some shifts in our social culture. The RFID chip, drones, you know, artificial intelligence, things being revealed about a lot of celebrities who are actually transgender and who have had sex changes, and celebrities who we believe are women but were born men, and vice versa. I think we're gonna see a lot of people who were considered to be human are actually androids or clones. I'm thinking that some of these things are going to be exposed the same way pedophilia and cannibalism and, you know, ritualistic racism has been exposed in Hollywood. So, you know, just keep your eyes open, everyone, for what's in store for our race this year, what's in store for humanity. Because we're going to be dealing with a lot of different entities, and the veil has lifted. I think people are going to experience a lot of paranormal activity and communication from spirit realms, and people are gonna start to see who's good and who's evil. People are gonna start to see the true nature of a person, whether they're a demon or an angel, so to speak. And you know, being an angel doesn't mean you're necessarily good. Being a demon doesn't mean you're bad. I will do an upload about angels and demons, because it is I do want to talk about the choirs, talk about traits of angels, you know, how they dress and what all of that has to do. Someone made a Facebook post about choirs and robes and everything, and it has to do with the angelic order. So that's definitely a different upload. Right now I'm just feeling this strong romantic energy between Ejuli Freda and Ogun. There she is. She just popped out. Freda and Ogun. And the Barons are here. The Barons are active today as well. So, alright. And then there's Shango. So I'm just gonna do a quick reading and see, put all these cards back in. And I'm just gonna do a quick reading. New Year's Day. I think I'm gonna read myself today for others. And I don't have any candles or anything going because my candle that I lit on New Year's Eve, it burned out that same day. It went quick. And that same night I got some opportunities and things that I know were, you know, results of seeds that I had already planted. So I don't have any candle going right now. What's this card, y'all? What we got here? The Railroad. This is number 2. 2 of clovers. And this is the Railroad. Definitely a Ogun energy there. Definitely a strong Ogun energy. So that card came out. So what we got? I was saying I was gonna read myself. to deliver this message. In the voodoo deck, this is gonna be and then I've got the Queen of Clovers, which is wine. So the message I'm getting is making clear, concise decisions and taking time to think things through and make decisions between equal options. And these are hard decisions to make because there's no right or wrong answer. There's no better or worse. These are equal options that are balancing out, and you have to choose. You have to judge what is best for you when you're presented with 2 things that are what's best for you. And it does, the 2 card Nana Buklo does deal with the taking time to still your mind through meditation and to kind of receive answers and insights through intellectual thought and meditation and really analyzing, but also kind of taking time to still yourself so you can receive the answer, so you can allow it to come from within but come out of the crevices of your subconscious to the forefront. It deals with holding things in balance in a sense of keeping the balance of your mind, stilling yourself and keeping your mind stable. Nanabuko deals with the twos, which is chokma, and it deals with balance and influence. Also deals with the twins, the Abejis. The veggie. So these are the divine twins. The difference between the Abeji and the Marasa is the Abeji are boy and boy, whereas the Marasa is boy and girl. So with the Beji, we have the divine twins. The Beji are the divine twins, whereas the Marasa are divine lovers. The divine twin lovers. Okay. And that's a mystery of Oshun and Shango. I just got a text message saying that my meal's gonna be comped the next time I come to the bar. Awesome. But so the veggie this black women are gonna have a decision to make. This is kind of, and there's the woman card. So just came out. So I know with me, I'm probably gonna have some difficult decisions to make. Maybe in the terms of do I stay or do I go? Maybe decisions between two equal options. It'd be nice if it was two suitors, but it could be two business opportunities. One may be out of state. It could be deciding between two lifestyles to pursue. In some rare cases, it could be, for those of you listening, it could be a decision between two children. You may have to pick one of your children over the other in a circumstance. I'm kind of getting the movie The Good Son came to mind with this and dealing with the veggies, and I'm feeling as though there's a mother out there who has to make a decision between two of her children. Maybe she has to take the side of one of the children. Maybe there's a court case involved and she may have to testify, and she's deciding what side to take. Maybe her child has done something wrong or illegal, and she's trying to decide do I defend my child, and even though it's illegal, or do I uphold the law? I'm getting, maybe this woman has strong morals or a strong religious background where she has strong morals, and she's conflicted between her motherhood instinct and her religious morality. It could be a mother that literally has to choose between two children. Maybe you have a birth child and a child that you adopted are not getting along, or you have to decide who to keep. So I'm getting that for the viewers, that there's a mother out there who has to decide between two of her children. It's very difficult, but if anyone has seen the movie The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood, that essentially was the premise of the movie. The one son was the birth son, the other was kind of an adopted son after his parents died, and the family took him in, as estranged family members. They took in the son, And, that's Elijah Wood's character. And they, essentially the boys get along, but the more they get along, the more it's obvious that one son has, some, psychological or psychopathic disorders. And, kind of making him the evil one. And then the other son is, just a good-hearted child. And so the parents are both involved, but it kind of more so talks about the mother, or depicts the mother's relationship with these two sons of hers, and how she has to start making decisions based on what she is seeing, that her son is doing, that, she's responsible for as a parent. So what I was saying is, I feel like this year Black women are really going to have to choose between two sons. And yeah, there are two sons. There's a black son and there's the red son, just like the two Joker cards. That's an esoteric voodoo conversation for people who know what that is about. It's another upload. Right now, I'm getting that the two sons Black women are gonna have to choose between are the children that Black women have had for Black men, and Black men who are mere sons to the Black woman, nowhere near equal with her, have never been equal. And this is not Ifa, this is voodoo. This is dealing with Ejuli, the mystery of the Black Madonna, which is her son is her husband, and this is the mystery of the Black woman. The Black woman has no no natural equal. And again, we're talking about some of the ancestry that emerged through slavery. We're talking about the understanding of our spirits and our ancestry that evolved when slavery happened to us. And since slavery, the Black woman has had no equal. She has had no male masculine counterpart. The Black man has been nothing but another child to the Black woman that she has to raise and take care of and nurture, and essentially do a thankless job for. So that's kind of that's the energy that I'm getting right now. And I'm getting, and again for me with the reading, but the message for the audience is the widowed woman. The Queen of Swords and the wine. A good friend of mine years ago told me that I would age like fine wine. That he said, and this could have been over 10 years ago. It was around to 2010. It was right when I first started locking up. Could be 09, 2010, something around that year. And in 2011, but no, it's more closer to 2010. So he said I would age like fine wine, and that would just get better as I got older. And this person also was someone at the time who I was considering dating, but the requirements that I had for him, it was easier for him to date a non-Black woman, and at that time, than it was for him to meet the standards that I had for him. And at that time, my standards were not, they were a lot lower. They were that he needed to have a cell phone, he needed to have a form of transportation, and he needed to have a stable source of income. it was easier to date a non-black woman, you know. And so what I learned over the years is that I don't see myself with a mate. I don't see a suitable mate for myself. I don't see my equal in humanity. And I've lost hope in it. I've definitely lost hope in it. I see that the better I get, the more inferior black men become. They've always been inferior to me. Growing up, learning and seeing the things I saw taught me what the problem with our race was, and it taught me that black people do not want to get better. Black people are inferior. My mom left the circumstances that she lived in and raised us in in extreme racism, because the racism that we dealt with was still better than dealing with the self-hatred of the black people that she grew up around. And I've come full circle and realized that I've wasted a lot of time trying to elevate people who have no love in their heart, so they would never be able to love me and appreciate me for what I do. But my passion for elevating black women can't die, because it's what I am. I am the revolution. I don't know if I would choose that though. I think I'm getting to a point where I choose to be happy instead of a hero. Being a hero for black people does not pay off. And those of you who know voodoo understand what I mean. Understand what happened to Ejuli. Understand what black people do to their heroes and saviors. Black people are inferior. And choosing to focus on the solutions, the individuals who are actively creating solutions and vibrating on that same wavelength of being happy, being warriors, you know, being solutions to what's happened to our race. I definitely feel that black people who are exceptions to the inferiority of our race are going to be the only ones that have access to me in the way of friendship and romance. So again, the aging like fine wine, I think it's time that black women, you realized your worth, and you realize that you don't have to love black men if they don't love you. You don't have to love black people if black people don't love you. You have a right to be whatever you want. Let black men catch up to where the black woman has, to her achievements on this planet. Let him catch up to it. Because black woman, you have held this world on your shoulders, and because of it, you get treated like shit because you're the goddess. No one on this planet is equal to the black woman. No one's equal to her. She has no counterpart. She has no equal. She is the mother, but there's no father. There's the mother and there's the son. There's the moon and there's the sun. There's no father. So, again, the God that everyone worships is the only one who can challenge the black woman. The black man's need to oppress the black woman and make her submit, and all of this comes from religion. All of this comes from the fact that black women refuse to recognize the black man for what he is and what he has become from slavery, which is infantilized at, at the least, but an active enemy of the black woman at the most extreme. The greatest enemy that she's ever had. There were sex wars before humanity was created. The African gods and goddesses would have gender wars. Okay? So, again, black people are in the state that they're in because black people are the inferior species of the human race. And that is not how it's always been, but that is how it is right now. Everything can come full circle, but it doesn't mean everyone's going to be around to see that. So, black women, start really evaluating what your relationship to black men is. And when you do that as a collective, you can start to reshape the way you interact with the black men, with this individual black men in your life. If these black men aren't respecting you, if they're not helping you, if they have a mentality that you're a female and so you need to submit, or that you are somehow less than, or that your strength as a woman comes in making him feel like a man when he's not a man. Be careful. It is the job of a wife to always make her man feel powerful, because that's what friends do. That's what people who love you do. They see you down, they see you hurt, and they make you feel better. But remember, black women, that's not what the black man has done for you. What the black man has done for you is put you in a situation where you're competing with a foreign woman for his affection. He's put you in a situation where you've survived without him, and his resentment for your power runs so deep that you've been blind, that he's going around saying that he loves you, which is not true. The black man needs you, which is a completely different than loving you. If the black man loved you, you would not be in the situation you would be, and you would be able to go around the world and be treated the way white women get treated. But you don't. You go around the world and you get treated like you're ugly, and you get treated these ways that are a result of racism. And, hopefully you don't. But we're talking about reality. We're not talking about just the day-to-day things that happen. We're talking about the overall reality in America. The black woman is not the standard of beauty. The black woman is not the standard of femininity. And the black woman is no longer the standard of motherhood. So think about your relationship to black men, sisters. Set new standards for what you require of a black man, because a lot of times you lower your standards when you deal with a black man just because you want a black man, and when it comes to a black man, that's when you lower your standards. and you feel like lowering your standards is an act of revolution. Black woman, you've achieved things that the black men have not. You're still raising black babies quicker than they're killing them. Quicker than the enemy is killing them. You've done so much. But you could have done so much more if you weren't just a baby making machine the way you were in slavery. You could have elevated yourself now if you weren't so busy elevating the black man who has grown to hate you. Hate you unconditionally. So, to the black men who are fighting to see the black goddess restored on her throne, keep speaking up about what has happened to black men. Keep talking about the spell that black men are under. Keep talking about the evil that black men have adopted because they refuse to value the woman as a weapon in this war. Black people are oppressed because as long as the black woman is oppressed and unhappy, the black man will be inferior. That's how it is. Ogun doesn't even possess men hardly anymore. Ogun prefers to possess women. And I found out about this a couple years ago. Ogun has chosen the woman as the primary warrior because Ogun sees that black women are stronger and willing to fight and willing to deal with that energy, whereas black men are just looking for something to boost their ego. They're just looking for something to degrade and oppress because that's what they learn being a man is. Because that's what they see white men doing and ruling and conquering. So that's what they're going around doing. But black men don't have any power. So the only thing that they have access to degrade and oppress is the black woman and the black child. Because every time he goes out into the world, if he talks to a white woman a certain way, he feels like he's risking stuff. So he saves all of his gentlemanliness for the white women that he can't express his anger with, or that he can't reject because he's a sex slave to them, and he can't reject the white woman because even the white man will act a certain way. Yeah, average white guys, they may feel a certain way when they see all the black guys taking the white women, but do they really? No. They see you guys with the ones that they threw away. They're laughing at you. Because while you're with these ugly white women, white guys have their pick of sisters like me who won't lower our standards and whose standards they know they can meet, with the exception of, a lot of white guys have some form of racism within their background. Okay. So, black men, you have lost your woman. You've lost your relationship and your right to the black woman. What are you going to do to earn your right to be a partner, a lover, and a husband to black women again? Because this is a right that you have lost. Spiritually, genetically. To the black men out here who are trying to fight, who are empowered by the black ancestors and the powers that be. What are you gonna do to establish balance and defend the black woman against other black men who are trying to abuse her?